Okay, welcome, uh, the subscribers. Today we are kicking off a brand new series on the Common Historian, and it is our interview series. And I'm really excited. Today we are here with the Misfits Paranormal. As you guys know, I'm from Northern New York, and so are they. So I'm kicking off this interview series with a local paranormal group. Um, I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this because I think it's going to be a fun question and answers today. So,
Yeah.
I think the first thing, kind of the obvious question, how did you guys pick out the Misfits Paranormal name? That's probably the first thing.
Well, actually, we didn't start out as Misfits Paranormal. We were just kind of doing this, on the side for ourselves, and we called ourselves the Spirits Among Us. It was just to try to get everybody interested in the same things we were interested in. And then all of a sudden, we were all just like, hey, we're none of us are, I don't even think we have a lot in common. So we're misfits, we're from all different corners and. So we said it and it stuck, and that's somebody tried to change our mind one time and we said, no, we're misfits.
Well, it's a nice unique name for group. Um, can you kind of give us the rundown, kind of who each of you are and how you all, what part you guys kind of play?
Wow. I'm Melissa. Um, we don't really have parts
Oh,
that we play. It's when we walk into an investigation and when we start, we have a plan, sort of. And let's say during the investigation that the other Melissa
That's
is
me.
that's her. She we ask questions or she asks questions and they're answering her. So at this point, it's being thrown to her to ask all the questions. Yeah. And we kind of like don't have a set person of who just investigates and
With a certain piece of equipment.
yeah,
we all just
we're misfits. We got a bunch of toys and we just like the land of
I'm the only one that sticks with the one thing. I use paper and pencil. That's what I use. I'm the only one that does.
She's a what do they call it? Automatic writer.
Yeah.
That's
oh, okay.
she's a medium and that's how she does her connecting.
Yeah.
It's through automatic.
I'm
writing.
the only one that sticks.
So I mean, so we all have a part, but it's just who's
Different.
showcase that night of who's gonna get the better
Who's
responses.
gonna get picked?
Yeah. It's definitely different.
By the afternoon.
Yes.
And that's Gordy. Say hi, Gordy.
I'm Gordy. I
Is,
usually do the dowsing rods.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of do a little bit of everything, but some of you have a little bit of a specialty in certain things. Is any of you kind of the natural leader of the group, or it's
we
just kind
decided
of
we were
equal?
never gonna have a leader.
Yeah.
We all know what to do and what we're gonna do when we get into a place. And we all do it kind of pretty well. So nobody's got to dictate where we're going or what we're doing.
We just, whoever's getting the most action, that's where we go.
Oh,
There's
Yeah.
no,
I do believe if we stay together,
yeah.
because we're all empaths and sensitives, that we do, there has not been, but I think maybe 2 or 3 investigations out of 15, 20 years we did together that we didn't get anything. Because I believe we kind of almost draw them in.
Yeah. I think together our
energy is super strong. So we're kind of lucky to have most of our investigations, we have evidence.
that's really good.
It's
Um,
we're lucky.
so you kind of answered my next question about experience, if there's any newbies or if it's you guys are all experienced. So it sounds like you guys have all been doing this for a long time. You said 20 years. Did you want to add anything to that or?
My mom, Melissa, and I have been together for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started off with just Melissa said we were talking about, I don't know, random conversation, and she's like, I think my son's house is haunted. And my mom talks to dead people,
Yeah.
and I believe. 'cause I've
Actually, that
seen
was our
it.
very, very
That was-
first investigation.
We just
And yes, it was haunted.
it was
Yeah.
very haunted. Started a fire actually. It
Yeah.
did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 'cause my mom's like, something fire, and then I'm like, do you smell that? And then they're like, the thing popped off from the
Pellet
wood,
stove.
the pellet stove, and it just hit the carpet. And I was like, there's a fire in the living room. It was
Oh,
crazy.
no.
But we do
Oh.
have we do have two younger people that are in our group.
Yes.
They're just not here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and my brother
Yeah.
is obviously, it's like a family affair.
Okay.
Yeah, we consider ourselves all
Yeah,
family
we're all
now.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, what makes kind of the Misfits investigation different from other paranormal groups? Is there anything that kind of differentiates you guys from others?
Want to answer that, Mom?
I think because we go in knowing nothing, and then we validate what we find after.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. I mean, if you can't assume whoever's showing up, that's the person, because you don't.
Yeah.
Even
No,
like private residence, because
Yeah.
we do most of our, I'm gonna say 75% of what we do is people call us, of people that, they're trying to get help, and a lot of people are non-believers. And so they come to us, but we don't want to know anything, but like, don't tell us that it's a guy named George, because if a guy comes in and it's saying, well, that's got to be George. No, you know what I mean? That's actually Steven. Steven's not George. It kind of validates it a little bit, and then we'll go on. If they want us to clear the house, we'll clear the house to make sure that they're good.
okay.
So it's definitely unique, I guess.
But we don't want to go in with that cloud of, well, this is what we're, who we're looking for, because sometimes the owner thinks that's who it is, but it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't kind of like to know anything. So this is like why the world's largest ghost hunt is going to drive us crazy, because they want us to know the full history. We have to get the history lesson, and we're like,
Oh.
we only know the owners. And we have contacted the Manette and Abel Knapp, the original owner. So I mean, but now we have to know the history of the building. So we're kind of like, what do we do?
Something a little off questions, but can you tell me a little bit more about that World Ghost Hunt?
It's the global ghost.
Oh, the
Or
global
global?
ghost hunt. So it's teams throughout the world that sign up, and they give us a week, and they go out and they want you to find historic buildings or buildings that have history, like value of their local community. You can do fundraising because they want to keep the history alive.
Okay.
And so we do it as a paranormal group through paranormal. So they don't want just haunted locations. You can go to any location that can be
Oh,
haunted, but they're looking more for the historic value of places.
Yeah, and it helps raise money for the buildings if
Yeah.
they're in need.
If they're in need,
Oh.
so we help with the preservation of the building, and
But
that's
we have
great.
done the world's largest as well for 2 years.
yeah,
Oh,
that one. But they no longer do it.
No.
So,
oh, okay.
but that's when we went to the Wheeler Mansion, our first one with Patty Negri from Ghost Adventures. Everybody knows her from there. And we did the Wheeler Mansion in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
And that
wow.
was off the charts insane.
Wow.
But it's all about preservation of our history. And I think we take that seriously, because I enjoy history. So keep it alive, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, as do I.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the channel.
Yeah, like you're a historian, so you value our history. And sometimes
Yeah.
I think if we regress and go back and live like they did, I think things would be better sometimes.
But between the world's largest and the global ghost hunt, they send you a set of rules,
Oh,
that you have to follow. But our very first world's largest with Patty Negri, you had this at the end, you had a certain amount of time to go home and review all your evidence, find your evidence, and then send it to them. And if it was good, they sent it to the Las Vegas Paracon, and our evidence actually made it amongst 150 other teams. We made it to the Paracon, our evidence. So
wow. Congrats.
So I
we're
mean, but
pretty
it's,
proud of that.
yeah,
Great.
it's a lot of work. We do a lot of our energy towards that for a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, even though we are going to go on an investigation probably in a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah.
To kind of give us a break from the nets because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
But it's not like we can just go into these places and be all willy-nilly. We got to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
So we have to watch the F-bombs and all that stuff. So, because we cuss like,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do have a problem with that. I have to watch myself a lot.
Oh.
I just, blurt. I'm a blurt. We all blurt. We're blurt.
yeah,
So maybe that's what makes us different than all the other paranormal teams. We swear a lot.
Yeah.
but it's fun. We do have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
We don't always think that everything is haunted is
Haunted.
bad.
Yeah.
And
But not everything is haunted either.
not everything is haunted.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So, what are some of the most active kind of paranormal locations, in our general area in, northern New York?
Glenwood.
Glenwood Cemetery
Glenwood, San.
And
in Champlain is very, very haunted, very
Very
active. We have like full apparitions of the nun that's there.
Oh,
That's a picture, and we have a full apparition of the witch,
there's an old man.
and there's an old man. These are
Wow.
like full, like you can't deny that that's somebody in there. It's phenomenal. It is, and I don't know if I can say the name of the place. I mean,
Yeah, probably wouldn't.
there's one that
Yeah.
looks like nothing, but it was probably one of our most active investigations we ever had.
It's at a business.
It's out of business.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we actually
In
have
Vermont.
an EVP of 3 minutes long of a full conversation through walkie-talkies
That
of
were
children
off.
that wants us to go back upstairs and play and say the room that we were in. It
Oh,
was the most amazing. Off the charts.
Yeah. It was weird because the walkie-talkies were off.
They were off.
oh,
Yeah.
they weren't even on. Oh,
So I
okay.
mean, you hear me rummaging through my bag
I
with
thought-
my phone going, this is not right, because we were breaking down at the end of the night. It was crazy.
Wow.
That was one of our best. Yeah. Okay. I want to go back because we have so much more equipment.
So, what location looks completely normal but has some serious paranormal activity?
Her
You
house,
have
both of their houses.
Yeah, my house is very, but I do have haunted dolls though. But I would have to say that business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks very normal.
beautiful.
It's
Beautiful
stunning. It's not that far from here.
I want to say their names.
I want to say their name.
yeah, you don't
I
have to
won't
if it's
because
yeah.
that was years ago, and they
Yeah.
let us in when they were
Twice.
closed
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
would
understand.
have
I
to say
understand. Yeah.
that
privacy.
has got to be like the most normal looking place. That it's not necessarily the building isn't old.
Right.
And that diner in West Jay-Z.
Yeah, and crazy persons. We call her crazy
Country
bee.
corner, I don't know.
Country Corner Diner.
Yeah, it's
It's
haunted.
in West
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
We
I think
have a
I've
full
heard of
apparition
it.
of someone sitting there. You actually see
Yeah.
it form at the chair.
Wow.
Yeah. Small
That's
local
really
diner.
nice.
Weird. It was just a weird.
It was probably a farmer that was going in for his morning breakfast, kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Went there for years and
Yeah.
passed on
Still
and
going.
just kept going.
Yep, just kept going. But that place is haunted.
That was interesting. I was there. That was interesting.
I know you've talked about a lot of the different evidence that you've captured, but what would you think is the most compelling piece of evidence that you captured as a team?
Well, we did capture a black shadow figure at the Wheeler Mansion.
That was good.
That was good, because we didn't see it actually until we were reviewing all the evidence. Because we probably would have been a little more afraid,
Of going back up there.
but.
I'm gonna say the creepiest one is also at the Wheeler Mansion.
Yeah,
Because I was videoing and I'm not talking. And my mom
it's down on the other level.
was down on the first floor. And she's like, "Yes, Melissa, I'm coming," and just kept talking to me. But she kept looking for me.
Yeah.
And then we find out later through the owner that she gets that all the time. Thinks her kids are there calling her name, but we were there. And we have it on video of like, you hear it. I'm like, it does say mom.
Yeah.
And
I thought,
and
Wow.
it sounds just like me. But it wasn't me because I was videoing.
Ah,
It was,
We were all together.
wow.
we were all together, but my mom was separate.
yeah, I was downstairs.
That was to me very compelling because we're all like, who's she talking to? But
Yeah.
but
I was talking to somebody, damn it.
we didn't hear it until we played back the video. But we didn't hear. But I found that to be fascinating because it literally mimicked my voice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And for you?
That is crazy that they can.
That to me was one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Has there ever been a location that you were like, it's one of you went into and said, nope, nope, something happened there and you guys went out, kind of left early?
Well, but it wasn't paranormal.
Oh, was it paranormal? Oh,
That would go with your
And we did.
the funniest.
oh, okay, yeah. We can leave for that. Leave that one
It was
for.
not paranormal. Nothing
Okay.
paranormal did we say. I know for myself, no.
No. Any
And
location
we've been
we
to The
went to.
Conjuring, and it was definitely an enlightening experience at the
Yeah.
Conjuring house.
Oh, at the Conjuring House. That must have been.
That was so
And that was
cool.
Annabelle was there, the doll, but she's not evil.
I didn't feel.
Oh.
Yep, she
You
was
didn't feel
not
she was
evil.
evil?
She
I was-
answered questions.
Yeah, I was excommunicated from the basement to upstairs because I was getting into this entity that was down in the basement.
That was not good.
Oh,
And that's
So
of a
he
man.
sent me upstairs.
And then there's a man that's not good there. He's
Yeah.
the one that affects people.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but like my mom contacted Lorraine and Ed Warren.
Yeah.
And they said sometimes you do it for show.
Yeah.
Take
Make
it as you
more than
will.
what it is,
But it is a
especially-
very haunted location.
but it is haunted. And
Very.
she says that
Yeah.
sometimes it's a business.
Yeah.
He says, but things happen there
Yeah.
that were not right.
Yeah.
She
So
says, but when it came to making a movie, they made it bigger because that's
It's a
how they
movie.
make it.
Yeah. Of course, it was a movie. They always kind of dramatize it more.
the only movie that's out there that has to do with paranormal
Yeah.
that is genuine to what happened to this woman, it's called The Entity. And some of the footage, and this is back in the 80s. So some of the footage and
I've heard of it. I've heard of the movie. I don't
some
think
of
I've watched it.
the pictures are actual photos and videos of them trying to isolate this woman where she was beaten, she was raped, it hurt her kid, broke her kid's arm. And one day she just said, you know what, you can do what you will to me, but leave my kids out of it.
Yeah.
And she moved away and it moved with her.
Yeah.
So that is to me, the most accurate when it comes to this woman helped them with that film to explain what was going on.
Yeah. So they didn't
Based
have
on
to
the true
dramatize it.
Yeah.
They didn't have to dramatize it as
Yeah. As something more than what it
much.
was.
Yeah.
But for us, the creepier the place looks, we ain't backing out. We want to go in.
We're gonna go in.
Oh, too fat to run. So I'm in it to win it. You know what I'm saying?
And if it gets too bad, we all know it'll be my
Oxygen ain't
mom.
going anywhere either.
It'll be my mom that gets it. We're all gonna have enough time.
So I guess, since we talked about, the nope thing, why don't you tell me about that funniest kind of, it wasn't non-paranormal as, what's the funniest thing that's happened during a investigation?
Okay.
I'll let you tell it.
It is so funny. So we were at Glenwood, and as you go down, there's this big mausoleum, and we always stop there, and we tried to get the 2 kids that drowned in the pond to come out. And so we're down there, we're doing like our little investigation, and we have our 3 cars parked, and Melissa with Elissa, she's no longer a part of the group, but they were in the first car. My mom and I were in the second car, and we had a couple other people in the third. So we hear like this wrestling around, and Melissa looks at me and said, "Do you hear that?" And then we hear, "Hey!" And her eyes got to the size like a deer caught in a headlight. The lights are on. Elissa, she has her so nervous. And if you ever see Melissa, she's only like 5'2". And Alyssa's trying to get to the keys to unlock it. She's like, "Are you gonna unlock the door?" And it's like, so she looks like she's gonna plow me over, and I'm a little bigger than she is. And I'm like, this is just so funny. My mom's standing there with her cane. What is going on? What is going on? Melissa is about ready to tackle people to get into the car. So we all get in the car, and then we're all just like kind of laughing, not Melissa yet. Melissa was not laughing. I said, "You don't ever run or scream from ghosts, but you give me a running crackhead any day and we're gone." It scared the crap out of us.
Yeah.
So they're on their way home, tra-la-la-la-la. And Alyssa's like, "Oh my God, I dropped my ID." The graveyard. Melissa's like, "I'm not in that. We're not going back." So they went back, and Melissa's like, Alyssa gets out of the car, and she's like, click, lock down, and run down. She's like, "I'm getting out of the car." And it was just so funny. So we don't run from ghosts. We just run from running crackheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was like non-paranormal.
And they never let me forget it.
And I will never.
I never,
You just had to see her light because she was like shaking. Her eyes were like a deer caught in a headlight. Just
Well,
like,
he was coming at me. I wasn't gonna wait around.
Oh, don't worry. I had my cane. I had
Oh,
my
God.
cane.
oh yeah. So don't worry, my mom will beat her with a cane. I will. But yeah, so it's like a non-paranormal funny story. But we
Yeah.
haven't had any like scary where
No.
us
When that
ran.
girl got,
Not even when this one girl got thrown up against the wall. We actually have video of that.
yeah.
oh,
Of her provoking it, and she didn't have what you would call we call protection.
Yeah.
And she was provoking this guy, and next thing you know, she's off the ground and up against the wall.
wow.
But she ran out, and we were all just like, "What just happened?" And we're trying to like debunk as we do, and we're just like, "What just happened?" And but she came right back in.
Wow.
Whatever it was, literally had to pick her up and slam her because
Yeah.
she hit a nail in her back,
Ooh.
way up. In, like,
And there's no scrape mark, like if
Yeah,
you're gonna
it was
if
like
you were gonna
boom.
fall, you would have scrapes like trying to break it. This was one penetration just like that.
And we found
Wow.
out later that there was a guy that committed suicide, but before he did, he shot his wife
In the
in
back.
the back. I didn't know that. I was doing it, but I got it in the writing,
Yeah.
and we verified that.
So yeah.
Wow.
It was,
Yeah. That was in Maine actually.
yeah, that was Maine.
That was in Maine.
Yeah. We've been around a little bit, not as much as other paranormal groups. We would love to get out as much as other paranormal
We
groups.
just don't have the financial backing.
We don't have the financial backing
Yeah,
and time sometimes.
and time.
I'm retired. I just don't get there quick like they
Yeah,
do.
I work, Melissa works.
yeah.
It's time sometimes.
Mm.
But yeah,
So kind of going back to a little more serious, can
sorry.
you kind of walk us through your typical investigations setup? What equipment do you always bring?
REM pods,
Cat balls.
cat balls,
Cameras,
cameras,
recorders.
recorders, EVPs, SBS 7s.
Obelisk.
Ovulus is definitely a big one. Hers is called Ovulus. Mine is called Hexcon. So I wanted to get something different.
But lately, we've been bringing a bell. Sometimes we bring our walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we do like the walkie-talkies just because the children, and then we do have footage of one being kicked.
Yeah.
So, but always being used as cat balls, REM pods, Ovulus, and always video because we have to. Necrophonic.
Paper and pencil.
That's it.
Dowsing rod.
I have a chair.
Yep. We have to make sure
Always bring,
Yeah.
she can sit and have sharpened pencils.
Yeah, I make sure that when I go and I walk around until I get a feeling and then I pop my butt there.
you put your chair there and
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
so that's on a, but I got a whole bunch of like different trigger objects. I'm definitely into the trigger objects.
She has a teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean,
Bunch of different balls and.
yeah, I have a lot of just more like the
Flashlight.
motion.
Yeah.
My husband made me this for stairs tracker thing. He did an amazing job. I could sell those wicked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically I bring everything just to figure out what they are interested in.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
once
so
I figure it out, I
Then you
start putting
use-
stuff away.
yeah,
Yeah.
use what they're interested in using or utilizing.
Sometimes it's just a flashlight that they
Yeah,
will
flashlights
turn on
are-
and off.
They
Yeah.
seem to like the cat balls too.
The cat balls are always, and by the way, I'm gonna put this on record. I was the first one to do cat balls. I've been doing them for years. And then next thing I know, paranormal shows started with cat balls. I was like, everything I want to do. Never original eventually. But I'm gonna put that out there. Because I only have like 200 of them.
Oh,
Because I don't use them. Like once they start getting a little faded, they're gone. Because then I think they start acting up.
yeah. So how do you balance being open to paranormal experiences while still being critical of what you're seeing?
We debunk a lot.
Yeah, I think our first knee-jerk reaction is always to debunk it. We're always, well, it could be this, and we'll test it out. Sometimes in real time, sometimes it's not until we're doing the review. But we always debunk first, and then when you're out of options, then it has to be something, that we don't.
Unworldly.
And especially when it comes to orbs.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just get in a dirty place
Yeah,
and I couldn't tell
I
you
don't
how many
always
like
trust
videos
them.
you're just like, that's dust, but that one looks, nope, that's dust.
yeah.
And it's just like, I can't even say it's real because there's so much there that's not. So there's
Yeah.
a lot that as probably was real that we're like, I'm not even gonna show it.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
you don't
just assume
ever,
it's dust.
yeah, because I think sometimes with the review process, your eyes start to play tricks on you.
Yeah.
So you have to stop and just, I'll get back to it later. I do a lot of that because to watch 15 minutes will take you sometimes 2 hours. Because did I just hear that? Nope. Did I? Nope. It's annoying.
Because it's the same way with EVPs. EVPs, you don't know if it's outside noise.
Yeah. Or
And some
somebody,
places are hard to do because of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, especially if they're like close.
In one location to maybe get 5% of actually something that,
Yeah,
is been debunked and we can't say what it
Right.
is.
I mean, but it's a long drawn out, but we always debunk first.
Yeah.
Or especially like when we were at Manats and we did a investigation, and I had a double ear infection. I couldn't hear anything. And I was up on the third floor, and there was a few other people that we took along with us to investigate as a fundraiser. And I was like, I waited a minute because I heard a scream. And I kind of wait because I don't want to tell people, because I think sometimes when you say, "Oh, do you see that?" they're going to be like, "Oh, yes, I did." No, you didn't. Are you seeing it because I said that it was there?
Yeah.
So I wait a minute, and it's on video. And I'm like, "Hey, did you guys hear his scream?" And everybody said no. And the last thing you hear before we shut the video off was, "I hope I got that on video." And I did. There was a scream and then a loud scream, and nobody reacted.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I heard it. So maybe it was only meant for me to hear. So
maybe.
that to me is like, when we see something, we're always like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not screamers, so.
yeah, we're not screamers. We're a lot of
Usually, and a swear word.
yeah. Very, very au naturel,
Yeah.
which just naturally flows.
So yeah, debunk is always our main go-to,
Yeah.
Because not, like I said earlier, not everything's haunted, despite
Yeah.
what people, think. So that's always the best rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Debunk it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debunk.
So if any of the viewers want to try some basic paranormal investigations themselves, what would you recommend for them to start with?
For equipment or where?
Equipment, just
Equipment.
do some basic, even if it's in their own house.
Okay, yeah. I would say your phone.
Yeah. the voice recorder.
There's an amazing app that Patty Negri had told us to get, which was Necrophonic. You can get that on the App
Play
Store. But your phone, there's a voice recorder on there. You don't have to go out and buy the most expensive stuff. You can go and buy a couple cat bombs for like $6 and just go.
Flashlight.
Flashlights, EMF readers are wicked cheap.
Yeah.
Not always accurate, especially if you're holding that in your phone. Can't
Yeah.
do it. You have to leave it separate. But I would say definitely for equipment, for a good starter, for $40, I
Yeah.
would say. But your phone, free.
Yeah, because you can video, you can take photos with your phone.
Yeah.
We do EVPs, that pretty much covers it
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all you
Yeah,
really need is
so
just your iPhone.
Yeah, just your phones. I mean, yeah. Anything, any of those motion lights, those are simple.
Yeah.
Go buy them at the Dollar Tree.
We try out a lot of different things that sometimes we see in the store and we're like, hey, I wonder if this will work. You know what I mean?
So we
Just-
bring it. So I have like so many things that I'm
Yeah.
like, my husband's like, you need to start getting her into some, but it might work next time.
Yeah.
She has a robot that is
Oh,
motion
yeah.
activated. That
So it
actually
goes
activates.
towards any motion.
Yeah.
So you have
Oh.
to sit still and it'll go. And it is amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. One of my it's a high ender one.
It's cute. It did go by
It does
itself.
go by itself. I got
Nobody
video.
was over there, but
It went right there.
just hung out.
Yeah, but that's on the expensive end. They're talking like more of just starting out. Yeah.
Just starting out, yeah.
Amazon has good starter kits.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll get some from Amazon for saying that.
But if you're, on social security like I am, you can use your phone.
And a flashlight. Who doesn't have a flashlight?
Yeah, the flashlight.
Yeah,
Even
Yeah.
dowsing rods, you can get dowsing rods fairly cheap.
yeah. You gotta be connected. I
Yeah,
know
you
guys-
gotta, they gotta connect to
You
you.
gotta connect to your rods.
That's why I'm the only one that can use mine.
So kind of next, are there any local, or I'll change up the question a little bit, or national locations that you
Ooh.
would like to visit
We were ready for the local.
or like to investigate but have
Me too.
not had access?
Oh, yeah.
we would like to get up into the Ogdensburg, the old Ogdensburg Asylum.
Nobody's
I've
been,
heard that one's very haunted. I've
or
I've heard that.
I would love to go there.
Yeah.
I wanna take on, or we wanna take on the insane asylum in a different aspect. Like, we don't wanna know if you're just there, why, other than why you're there. Is like, if you're mentally unstable, is there, do you, or dementia or Alzheimer, are you thinking your body is still there? Are you thinking you're still with your body? Is that why you're still here?
Yeah.
And
Like,
why,
do you,
why are they
have you
still,
not made the disconnect?
you know, why are they still schizophrenic?
Right.
You know,
I want to tackle that in a different way. Any insane asylum. So if anybody knows, like, if any that will let us in, like, contact the Misfits, because
It would be good up there because people used to pay even from here.
yeah.
They would, or not pay, they would get paid for taking their loved ones up there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one place.
So not everybody was like insane, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes maybe the wife just needed $50.
Sometimes I need $50.
You got to take one for the team.
national wise, I mean, I'd like to go to Alcatraz or Tower of London.
Tower of London. Yeah, I just want to, history-wise, I just want to visit there, but
I would just love to try it. I just.
I
because
would
so
like
much
to
is
go
gone there.
investigate a ruin, an ancient
oh,
ruin,
Yeah.
a
That'd be the
pyramid.
ultimate, like, that'd be the ultimate.
I
Yeah,
would want to touch it.
I want to touch
Sometimes
it.
I just need to touch something. I would love to
I
touch
want to
it.
touch it.
I want to touch it.
You know, but yeah. I mean,
so
there's
those are kind of on your bucket list of maybe someday.
maybe
Yeah.
someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys, how do you guys deal with, those hardcore skeptics who think what you do is nonsense?
Well, we've had our share of those.
We have.
I mean, you run into those. The way we look at it is you either believe or you don't believe. We're not gonna make you believe. A lot of people don't believe until they actually have their own experience. But
And I do believe it's self-taught as well.
Yeah.
I
but think
believe
it's
some are
always-
more open to
It's
the
always good to
idea.
be respectful, you know?
Yeah.
We should be respectful to them whether or not they believe in what we're doing, and they should be respectful to us as to what we're doing.
Right.
Because there's reasons why we do what we do.
Right.
You know, we've all had experiences in our past that have brought us here. So when,
I mean, I
just common
I'm
respect.
okay with skeptics. Like,
Yeah.
I like a good skeptic, not somebody who thinks it's like
Trickery.
trickery or just assume that we're just here for entertainment,
Yeah.
because we don't do it for entertainment. Like, we just do it live, and those who want to watch will watch, and those who don't. Like, I think just as long. I mean, I'd like to sit down with the true skeptic and have, like, can you explain this to me? If I show you this video, can you explain that to me?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That is that real? Or am I making myself see that?
Yeah.
You know?
A lot
But-
of non-believers, a lot of it goes back to their religion.
Yes.
Yeah, as a Catholic myself, I know, normally it's a no-no, you're not supposed to question all this stuff. Not
Yeah.
supposed to dig it up. So I think a lot of people are afraid that if they actually say, oh, that might be, occurring, that maybe they think that's a sin or something, but I mean, for me, I think, God gave me free will to think, and,
Yeah.
obviously there's something more that, we can see, and there's gotta be a reason why,
Yeah.
you know?
I just don't like the ones that, oh, it's trickery, or it's just for show, and just assume without knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Without even looking at it or trying
Without-
to
You know what I mean? Because
give it a
there's
chance
so
to
many
even.
paranormal groups out there, and we were doing it when it was still hush hush.
Yeah.
When you couldn't talk to anybody about it. And now it's so freely talked about and it's all over the TVs. It's all over TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. It is everywhere.
And yeah, I mean, to some degree, you know,
There
the
are
shows, those are entertainment, you know what I
those
mean?
are entertainment.
I just don't think that
Yes.
believers should demean us, you know, because we see and know things that they don't.
Yeah.
Just be respectful,
Yeah, just respectful.
you
Like
know,
we're not disrespectful. If you don't believe, we're like, you know, to reach its own.
yeah.
Just
Yep.
that simple. Like I'm not gonna force you to believe what I believe because that is just the way it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Um, so what does it take for you guys to consider something legitimate, kind of paranormal evidence?
That's gotta be pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I think it usually has to be like an entire investigation. Let's say it's like 6 hours. I think it has to at least be like 5 incidents that would like between pictures, EVPs, timelines is huge because sometimes you have a camera facing this way, you know what I mean, and you're facing this way. The timelines are matched. How is that? I think it's got to be a series of things that have to put everything together.
And that can't be debunked.
That
Yeah.
can't be debunked.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean?
we basically gotta see it or hear it,
Right.
you know.
I mean, when we go through our evidence, that's usually when we find more than what we saw. But sometimes if like when I heard the screams, was that just me? I'm deaf at the point. But I
Because
think
we didn't hear it on the second floor.
and then hear it on a
I didn't hear
video,
it. I
I'm
was
like,
there.
okay, that's valid. Because everybody said they didn't hear it, and I'm saying I heard a scream, but nobody heard it. And then here I have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Record.
So that to me is like, okay, that's extreme. That happened. That is paranormal.
But usually the first thing that's asked is, you know, you're like, she'll get on the walkie-talkie. Did anybody scream down there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
It was pretty, it's got to be a series of events, I
Yeah.
think, to be like, oh my God, that's super haunted.
right.
But otherwise, it's just like, oh, these are just spirits passing through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it
Yeah.
takes a series of events. It's got to be more than just one thing,
Yeah.
because that could be a fluke.
Yeah, it could be just a fluke if you're not.
It could be just a fluke. So, we don't ever just, oh, this is the only thing we got. These are what we got. And then we put them out there because we only show the things that we got.
Right.
And you can take it for what you will.
Yeah. Okay, this is a kind of a short opinion question. EMF detector or spirit box if you could only use one?
Spirit box.
Spirit box
Oh,
would be
yeah.
the winner.
Yeah. I think
Um,
F could be just too influenced by other electronics in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has to be on by itself and no phones anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it can be easily affected.
yeah,
I like to take them more to like graveyards where there's no electricity. Nothing that could it has to be paranormal.
Because sometimes they have been manipulated,
Yeah,
you know, by the spirits.
they do. But I just rather have a spirit box.
I think it's because we like that instant gratification
Yes.
after the word.
We're like, did
Yeah.
you hear that?
Because it's almost like carrying on a conversation at
Yeah.
that point.
I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely spirit box.
so we touched on it a little bit, but this is a little bit different. Any dream locations that you love to investigate with unlimited access?
That's a good one.
Even if
Unlimited
ones that
access.
you've been to, maybe ones that you've been to, you'd like to go back, but have unlimited
Oh.
access to. Oh,
Are we gonna say that one? Yeah,
That's a good
that one we can't name. I would love to go back.
that one there.
I don't know. I'd like to go to the castle in Vermont. Too.
Oh yeah, the castle in Vermont, but a lot of people's been there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people's been in that other place.
Right.
Yeah.
If we had full access, and then actually we did.
Yeah.
We don't like going where everybody's been before.
But
you know
I,
what
we
mean?
know no paranormal groups in there.
Emily's
You're
Bridge
like-
in Vermont is in.
Yeah, oh,
Snow.
that was a good
That,
one.
that was a lot.
That was a good one.
that
If they
was a
would
good one.
allow us to investigate, because now you can't investigate there.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't,
you're not allowed now?
No,
I
at dusk, you gotta be gone.
yeah, 8 o'clock,
oh,
they can't have investigators. Because
Yeah.
people just barrel ass through there. So,
oh,
Well, there's a lot of things going on. in
yeah,
the dark there.
yeah, they were doing some weird shit.
Yeah, they were definitely, there was some defacing the last time we went there of Emily's Bridge, so I got it.
Yeah.
I understood it. There's
Yeah.
people
And
that
it-
didn't respect the
Yeah,
history of
we
Emily's
got a
Bridge.
lot of them
Yeah.
at that Emily's Bridge.
But yeah, I would have to say that place that has no name.
Yeah, the place, it's in Vermont on the
It
lake.
is.
Wow. But then again, Ogdensburg Asylum would be.
Augsburg
Yeah.
And we
Asylum.
just had free reign there.
I mean, we would just,
Oh,
we like to go anywhere,
Yeah, we're up for everything, so.
you know, anywhere we haven't been.
And others
Yeah.
have been. I like to be the first one, so nobody can say, well.
We
you
were
know,
the first ones
They're
at
saying
Wheeler
the same
Mansion.
things as the last
Yeah,
one.
we
Yeah,
We're the first ones at Wheeler
Yeah.
Mansion
and Kilburn Estate.
and Kilburn.
Yeah.
you're like trying to find those hidden gems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Found at the Wheeler Mansion, the next two paranormal groups that went in validated our finds.
Yeah.
So that is like, okay, this is consistent.
That's great.
Yeah. I'd like to go back there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have full access to the entire place.
Yeah.
So any other local paranormal teams you work with or would recommend, like in the local area?
We haven't worked with any other paranormal group.
No?
No.
No,
We-
I think everybody like, you know, they all do their like own things. Like we really want to keep it local because there's so much rich history in the North Country that is never told and has such amazing buildings.
Oh, the
land.
Saranac Hotel. If we had free reign in that.
Yeah,
place,
Saranac
that would be
Hotel.
great.
Yeah.
If they'd let us have free reign.
Yeah.
But we haven't worked with another paranormal group. We've reached out to one, that Mike Zarni one, that guy,
Yeah.
New England
New England
paranormal, and he never. It's been,
Never.
We watch everybody and they watch us.
yeah, I
it's
mean,
a-
it's just
a
para unity,
community,
like, we're good.
right.
I think we're friends with a few of them,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
support them in
Yeah.
their endeavors of where they're going and wish them luck.
Yeah, in this kind of community, the paranormal community, you kind of have to support each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and on really big locations, sometimes I'd like to know, like, to know another paranormal group, just so if it's that big that everybody can be, because
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
if it's a paid location, you are on a timeline, so
Yeah.
to get everybody out.
And if there's only a few of you, you can't, if it's a huge location, you can't cover the whole
Right. Oh, yeah.
place
Right.
properly, at least.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So kind of, wrapping up, where can people follow the Misfits Paranormal crew and see your work?
You can find us on YouTube, Misfits Paranormal Crew, our Facebook page, Misfits Paranormal Crew, and TikTok.
And
Misfits-
TikTok.
Misfits Paranormal Crew.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll make sure that
Yep.
in the description, you will have all your links in the description so that
Okay.
anyone that wants to check you out, I encourage all my subscribers to check you guys out and
Hey, you like us, we like you back. We're good like
Well,
that.
we hope they understand. We don't have our own cameraman, so we just do.
We're just a little, we're like the little fish in the pond or the lake, you know, or the ocean. We're just,
Yeah.
we're like, you know.
We'd like a
guppies.
cameraman.
Is there anything that I kind of missed asking you about that you guys would like to share before we wrap up?
Think so.
Oh, well, if there's any new paranormal groups out there that, or just people that are interested in paranormal, not only with like the cheaper equipment, but you know what? Go down to a cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could put a cap all on a stone, not a stone, but be
But be
respectful
respectful.
of the cemetery because this is their final resting place.
And
And
don't break laws and break into,
Yeah.
into places that you think are abandoned.
please don't do
Follow
that.
the rules.
Follow rules and just kind of like talk to them. I mean, that's how we started was, other than her house, we went to,
My son's haunted house,
yeah.
and it was.
I mean, we went to cemeteries just to kind of like, when I have a new toy, sometimes I go down to the cemetery just to see if it works, especially if you know it's haunted. And thank
Yeah.
God I live by two very haunted ones. Glenwood and Riverside and Morris.
Well, I thank you guys for,
Okay.
sharing everything tonight with me or today with me. And uh, we'll kind of wrap up from here. You know, everyone, make sure you check out their YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. Follow, like, subscribe for them, and if you're new to the channel here, make sure you subscribe to me as well.
Hey, we're gonna put you out there. With
I
our
do appreciate
concern,
that.
but but thanks for having us, and I wish you well and success on this new YouTube venture that you are now taking.
Well, thank you. And I hope you guys, can get into some more places as
Oh,
well.
yes.
And we'll have to keep in touch and, maybe collaborate some more down the road.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if you ever have one that you want just strictly evidence and where it's at, put that out there because that'll be big. Just like paranormal evidence from around the US.
Yeah,
Dark.
sounds good.
All right. Good
Well,
luck.
I thank you again.
Well, thank you. Bye.
Amy.